A black woman walks into the office of a billion-dollar company, calm, confident, and unnoticed. An employee sneers, snaps his fingers, and says, "2 sugars in my coffee." He thinks she's the help. She says nothing, just watches. 15. Minutes later, she's standing at the front of the boardroom, and the same man is about to find out who really signs his paychecks. Was it just ignorance, or something deeper? What happens when the one you try to belittle turns out to be the boss of your entire world? Watch until the end. It was just another Monday morning for Dr. Amina Clark. She slipped into her sleek leather jacket, double-checked her portfolio, and glanced at her reflection, poised, composed, ready to lead. Her drive to the office was smooth, the city skyline welcoming her like an old friend. To most, she was just another executive arriving for a routine board meeting. Behind closed doors, she'd built her reputation on innovation and integrity, steering teams through storms nobody saw coming. But today, something felt off in the lobby's hush, a tension in the echoes of hurried footsteps. Little did she suspect that a single cup of coffee would become the spark that exposed deep-seated prejudice and changed the course of her empire forever. As Amina walked through the office halls, heads barely turned. She was invisible, or so they thought. Just another new face from corporate, maybe an assistant, maybe HR. She smiled politely, even when ignored. Then came him, Jake, a mid-level manager with a loud voice and a louder ego. He took one look at her and smirked. "Coffee's late today," he barked, dropping his mug on the reception desk. "Make it strong." Amina paused, her grip on. The mug was gentle, but her silence was sharper than glass. Jake didn't even look up. He'd already turned his back, laughing with a colleague about new hires not knowing their place. No one corrected him. No one stopped him. The meeting began. Executives shuffled into the boardroom, Jake among them, still cracking jokes. Amina entered last, quiet but commanding. No one offered a seat. Someone even pointed toward the corner, as if she should stand. But then the room fell silent. A senior VP cleared his throat and said, "Everyone, please welcome Dr. Amina Clark, your new CEO." Mouths dropped. Jake choked on his coffee. But the real reckoning hadn't even begun. Amina looked at each face, measured, calm. She hadn't come just to lead. She'd come to change everything. Jake's face turned a shade paler with every word Amina spoke. She stood at the head of the table, outlining her vision for the company. Confident, articulate, unstoppable. But then, she paused, her eyes locked on Jake. "This morning," she began, voice calm but cutting, "an employee demanded I bring him coffee. No greeting, no recognition, just assumption." The room froze. Jake shifted in his seat, suddenly aware of every eye on him. "I said nothing then," Amina continued, "because I wanted you to reveal yourselves, just like you always do when you think no one is watching." A heavy silence followed, thick with discomfort. Amina stepped forward, placed Jake's coffee mug in front of him. "You asked for this with 2 sugars, she said softly. "But I don't serve coffee. I serve leadership." Jake's mouth opened, but no words came. No apology would fix what was already exposed. This wasn't just humiliation, it was revelation. And no one in that room would ever see her the same again. The fallout was immediate. News of Amina's rise and Jake's humiliation spread through the company and beyond. Employees who had once ignored or dismissed her now sought her out, eager to learn from the woman who'd shattered expectations without raising her voice. Company culture shifted, policies were rewritten, and conversations about racism and respect finally took center stage. For Amina, the victory was bittersweet. She knew this wasn't just about one coffee cup or one ignorant employee. It was a glimpse into a deeper, systemic problem that many face every day, silent, invisible, but deeply wounding. Her story became a beacon for those who've been underestimated, ignored, or outright dismissed because of their race. How many others walk through their workplaces bearing the weight of unspoken prejudice? How many more have to prove their worth again and again just to be seen? If this story moved you, tell us in the comments. Where are you watching from? And have you ever faced moments like these? Join the conversation. Your voice matters.